let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of living in a finca full time. I think the biggest advantage is it's incredibly relaxing, right? It changes your chemistry. You're a lot more calm, time slows down, everything is more chill. You know, when I'm in the city, I'm a lot more tense. Work feels like tense as well. Everything is more like I think too much, I get distracted too much, and I can't focus that much. So the city really makes it harder to actually live and work. And once you live in a finca full time, and after a while, you just realize how your actually chemistry changes. You become a lot more calmer, you become a lot more focused, your body relaxes, your mind relaxes. So it's kind of like, you know, you don't think too much, and the life becomes a lot more like in a flow state. So that's the biggest advantage. The second one I would say is that you really spend less. When you're in the city, there are a lot of distractions. There are malls, there's like brands and things and restaurants and there are clubs, and you always like find something to spend money on, right? At the end of the month, you always look at your account and you're like, wow, you know, I've been spending a lot of money. When you're in the mountains though, it's just the opposite, right? At the end of the month, you look at your account and you're like, wow, I really didn't spend much money. Like, you eat healthy, you buy your food, you cook. There's not like a lot of restaurants or things around so that you can just throw money and spend your money mindlessly. And the third advantage would be, even though you're on the mountains and technically you're living in a cottage, you are actually very close to civilization. If you choose a place like Llanogrande or RioNegro, stuff like that, there are gyms around, open air gyms, private gyms where you can get monthly memberships. There are small shopping malls. They don't have everything, but they have, you know, a lot of things. They have big supermarkets. They have corner stores, you know, you have everything. So at the end of the day, even though you live in the mountain and you get all the advantages that comes with it, you're still not like super away from civilization. You can go to gym, you can buy your groceries, you can go buy like some even like technological stuff. I even like in RioNegro right now in Llanogrande, there's even this Apple store, so you can actually go and buy like iPhones and stuff, which is crazy. They never had that before. And yeah, those are the three main advantages in my opinion. Here's the disadvantage. The only disadvantage that I can think of is it's quite lonely, right? If you're alone or if you're with your girlfriend and if you're young and if you're living in a cottage like that, maybe the first month, it's pretty cool. It's a great experience, but after a while it starts getting old. You're sitting there and it's getting dark pretty quick. There's, you know, no sounds, no nothing, no lights. It just feels very solitary. So if you're that type of person who enjoys being alone, then that's great. But if you have that personality where you cannot just be at home alone and, you know, you need to be surrounded by people, it could get tough for you. So I think the best way to balance this is, if you're actually lucky enough and if you have enough income, and if you can actually have a house, an apartment, a small apartment in the city, and if you can, you know, afford to actually get a finca and you can just live between those two, that's the perfect combination. All right, so that's about it for today's vlog, and see you guys on the next one.